Venezuela is a magnificent country. It has nature, cities, people, and more people. This country is still not recognized as well by its architecture, but it has very interesting things to talk about. Let's start about the capital city. Caracas is the most populated city in the country, and the one that has the most urban development. It has skyscrapers, lighthouses, and a lot of residential and business buildings. There are many examples to analyze. Like a first example, we can take the National Assembly of Venezuela. This building is one of the administrative and executive center of Venezuela. It was designed as a white and yellow building with a cold bold in a square terrain. The magnificence of this building impacts in the context, acting as a point in the city. Another building as the exact same is the Crystal Park building, designed by Jimmy Alcott Claquette in Francisco de Miranda Avenue. The colors used in this building are blue and silver, while the construction materials. This cubic building has a horizontal circulation and a vertical circulation exit in a very good level, giving space to walk and stay. Caracas is a mixed city. It has not only buildings, it has also low-level houses, made with elements that are highly recommended by their witness and durability. In Venezuela are the colored ranchos, and the zones that are they located mostly are Cali barrios. These neighborhoods were being appearances a long time ago. The bad economy in the country obligated people building for surviving. These barrios were a mixture of ruined and dynamic topography in concert with the topography made by buildings and skyscrapers at the city. Walking by the streets, people notice that there are different spots and sensations made by the context, like a principal fact. In this picture, we can see a street that has stores in one side and a chain in another side. The gain of circulation and rate made by the light post and the floor texture plays in contrast with the absence of formal rim of the store side of the streets. Color in Venezuela has not been a thought at all. In some places, colors placed to make impact into the people. In some places, the color are just what people like. In these two pictures, we can see this contrast. In the first place, a whole definition of the color in a urban scale for a specific effect, the Central University of Venezuela. In the other side, we have a not thought definition of color. It finishes being a color wheel, a carnival, barrios of Caracas. Textile in Venezuela are treated mostly as streets and facades of the cities, are thought principally to guide circulation of giving a relevance or a message to the building. Taking an example, the floor of a street, the floor of the Plaza Cubierta at the Central University of Venezuela, and the facade of the National Library of Venezuela made of brick. The circulation in Venezuela and in its architecture is mostly horizontal, but in its residential and business building the vertical circulation takes more importance and not just forgotten. The vertical circulation is a complete theme in architecture, acting as a compositional element in the design process, having the importance of elements like apartments, office, or another uses. Light in Venezuela is high, very high. The use of compositional elements in Venezuela country goes from use of windows, rissoles, roofs, vegetable covers, etc. All these elements help the architecture work with light as a theme more than a trouble. In the Central University of Venezuela, the architect Carlos Raúl Villanueva made spectacular cenital entrances of light in different places, almost always unexpected, because he provides shadow and protection to people. But light is the liberation, the focus, the theme. In other structures such as Sanville Market Center, light is only working in different focus with windows, but is not profited at all. All the country has advantages and disadvantages related with space and scale. Let's put one example. In a logical situation, if a state has more land, it has more people. But in this country, it's exactly at the inverse. In Caracas, the density of people is 3 times than in Apure. This aspect made different things to the country. Caracas has been developed with more rush than Apure and another states in the country, and by this fact the space work is affected. In places like Plaza de los Museos in Caracas, the spatial sensation is excellent It has a very good dimension, scale, and volumetric definition of boundaries and spaces. It's a space thanking the people and made for the pedestrian. The scale in this place is defined by the radius of center place of the low boundaries made of the rounded buildings. It's a comfortable place to stay and walk. Venezuela is magnificent. A lot of people can think different things, but it's undeniable that there are places and buildings in the city with a special worth comparable with the exterior of the country. Space is what architecture is all about. The mixture of a lot of elements like light, color, and scale makes different spaces with different attributes related with the context and with the environment. In our case, the weather and the geographical situation give us elemental and conditions to work with. Let's take advantage of them. For all this, I should say that Venezuela usually